Such a joy to virtually meet you on this huge moment for our community. For those that I'm meeting for the first time, my name is Maya Bhattacharjee Marcantonio, and I'm the co-founder and chief program officer of the Marcy Lab School. And over the next hour, you're going to meet an incredible group of leaders and engineers. 10 months ago, they joined us here at the Marcy Lab School. And now each year we welcome students who are looking for more than what our higher education system and college systems were offering them. And they join us here at Marcy, and we have one simple mission: to create economic mobility and to give our young people the secondary experience that we know that they deserved, free of cost and built to support their dreams. Coming off of the decisions about affirmative action and loan forgiveness in just the last 24 hours in real time, we could not be more grateful to be back in community to lift up this incredible group of trailblazers who have set out to find their own path outside of the traditional path that so much of our world knows. And so why are we here today? Today, we're actually here to celebrate the culmination of the last 10 months of our core curriculum, our fall 22 cohort and their Civic Tech Hackathon. Ruben so wishes that he could be here and is on a plane, but currently trying to bring you all into this moment that for so many years was just a dream and is truly a culmination of both our technical curriculum and leadership and development curriculum here at Marcy Lab School. Over the last 4 weeks, our fellows were given one simple charge, and that was to solve a problem for their communities by building an application. And from ideation all the way through deployment, they have been working literally 24/7 in service of today's destination. There are so many people that we have to thank, but first wanted to start by thanking our mentors. A huge shout out to Jorge on our partnerships team, who works hard to pair industry mentors with each one of our fellows. We couldn't be here without you, to our mentors who've supported our fellows for the last 10 months. Fellows, if you have any love for your mentor that you want to shout out in the chat box, please join me in doing so. And a special thank you to the mentors who have supported our fellows throughout their Civic Tech Hackathon. And most of all, I wanted to give a special and heartfelt thank you to the incredible team of instructors and leaders who have supported our Acoma and Mahaba Fellows over the course of this fellowship year. For anyone who has been with us since year one, you'll be very pleased to know that Ruben and Maya are totally irrelevant now. And a huge thank you to this incredible group who have led and pushed and loved these fellows wholeheartedly and helped them tap into their potential within them. Team, I am so personally grateful for your leadership and the community that you have steered. Each year, our fellows begin their fellowship by choosing a name, and similar to our logo, our fellows choose a name that sets an intention for the year ahead. And though these classes have different names, Acoma and Mahaba, it's no surprise that they carry a similar meaning. They both chose words that had different meanings that meant love. Acoma is an Asante word for the heart, which represents love, unity, and understanding. And Mahaba is derived from an Arabic word that means love or overflowing with love. These names were chosen at the beginning of the year, and in so many ways, this group has embodied love for their community, for learning, for each other, for their team, and now for the world. And I'm so proud of all that they've done over the last 10 months. During our full-time year-long program, these fellows have been immersed in the fundamentals of programming, problem solving, and computer science. And in addition, they've engaged with our leadership and development curriculum, a deep dive on professional readiness, communication, and racial identity development. And each fellowship class has taught us so much, and I've been so continuously inspired by this year's incredible classes. Acoma and Mahaba, thank you for the steadfast love, just like your namesakes, that you've poured into each other in the Marcy Lab School community. And now, as a mirror to the love that you have brought us, to all of the guests in the room, I encourage all of you to use the chat box to celebrate and love on these incredible fellows as they demonstrate the software engineers they have become over the last 10 months. I'm going to hand it over to Travis to share a little bit about our partnerships and how you can get involved, and then we're going to dive into presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. Hi, everybody. I'm Travis Fox. I'm the head of partnerships at Marcy. And it's so great to see all of you, the familiar, the new faces. Thank you so much for being here, especially on a Friday in the middle of summer. I've had the fortune of working with all the companies that you see on the screen for the past 3 years. They are amazing. They've made commitments to hire graduates, support our program, to act as mentors, volunteers, experts with our fellows. And we have worked with them in hand to be intentionally specific about the design of our curriculum, the leadership skills, the technical skills that fellows develop to be as industry relevant as possible. And the cultures and the teams at these companies have benefited massively from the contributions of the fellows that they've hired. We have Jan converting to a full-time engineer at Cockroach Labs this week. We have interview cycles with Spotify and JP Morgan kicking off in the next few weeks for the fellows that you'll see today. And these are the top companies in the world. Our fellows belong in this space. They deserve these opportunities and they've proven it. There are multiple pathways for a tech career to students that are graduating from Marcy. We'll work with companies like Asana, who you see on the screen, to build internship, apprenticeship, or full-time hiring cycles that we customize to each partner. And over the next hour, you'll see the skills of our fellows in action as they approach those pathways. The dedication, the long hours, the curiosity and collaboration that they've poured into their education and these projects, the practical industry-ready technical skills that they'll showcase are wild. They're doing something that nobody their age with their backgrounds are doing at all. And I'm so proud of them. I firmly believe every fellow you'll meet today would be an incredible addition to a tech team. Any company would be lucky to have them on board. And so if you are interested in hiring a Marcy graduate, or if you think that your company should explore a partnership and get one of our amazing fellows on board, please reach out to us after today's events, and we'd be happy to work with you. With that, I'll hand it back over to the fellowship team to introduce themselves in today's projects, and thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Motun Bomole. I was born in Nigeria and raised between Nigeria, the UK, and Connecticut. And this year I served as a program manager for the Mahaba cohort. I'm going to pass it to Carmen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carmen. I was born and raised here in Brooklyn. My family's from Mexico. I was senior associate instructor for the Mahaba cohort this year.
Hey everyone, my name is Zohe Manzoor. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I served as the associate instructor for the Acoma cohort. And I'll pass it over to Laura.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Rouse. I was born in New Jersey, raised in North Carolina, but my family's from all across the Northeast in Canada. And I served as one of the program managers for the Acoma cohort in our fall 22 class.
And I will go next. Hey, y'all. My name is Ben Spector. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I served as the technical lead instructor of the Mahaba cohort and as the lead instructor for Civic Tech Hackathon.
We would also like to thank Itzel Rendon, our associate instructor who led Acoma for part of their fellowship year before transitioning to lead our spring 23 cohort. And we're equally grateful for Gonzalo Romero, Acoma's technical instructor who's currently on paternity leave.
Hi, it's Motu again. We say it often that we have the best students in the entire world at Marcy, and I wish we had the time for you to meet all of these incredible fellows, the fall 2022 fellowship class. But before we launch into group presentations, we wanted to at least get you the chance to hear from one of them. I am so pleased to introduce to you Daniel Nelson, who has embodied everything that it means to be a Marcy Lab School Fellow. And we're so excited for him to share his story with you. Please give a strong virtual round of applause for Daniel.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Nelson, and I'm pleased to share my story with you today. To start off, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and my family hails from Jamaica. I lived in New York until I was 18 years old, but currently I live in Newark, New Jersey. So after taking AP Comp Sci in high school and attending pre-college classes at Parsons School of Design, I was eager to pursue a career in art and design with a strong desire to incorporate technology into my creative work. This led me to enroll at Parsons School of Design. However, it didn't take me long to realize that their technology curriculum lacked the structure and depth I needed to truly thrive. Moreover, life threw unexpected emergencies my way, with my mom being bedridden due to a multitude of health complications. Seeing one of my heroes, my mom, who has always been there for me, facing such challenges ignited a profound sense of urgency within me. I realized that I wanted to be in a position where I could provide not only for my mom and my family, but also for the communities that I belong to. I aspired to become a person others could depend on. Pursuing a traditional college education would have simply taken me too long to become the person I aspired to be, not just for myself, but for others as well. So, in the midst of my contemplation, I remembered a teacher from my middle school days, Maya. In my junior year of high school, Maya reached out to me about an alternative to college that was designed to propel students like me towards software engineering careers. Maya had always been willing to take me and her other students under her wing. I thought that if there was anyone I could trust to build an environment dedicated to nurturing my growth, it would be Maya. So I trusted my gut and I applied to Marcy and was accepted a few months later. Here at Marcy, I discovered a nurturing community where I could learn, grow, and unleash my creativity. The support and guidance I received from the Marcy team got me through the hardest year of my life. By communicating my hardships ahead of time, individuals like Ben, Motun, and Carmen understood my personal challenges and made sure I stayed on track with the curriculum. They took extra time out of their busy schedules to provide me with asynchronous lectures and checked in on my well-being. Marcy trusted me to take charge of my learning, which clearly demonstrated their belief in my determination. And I definitely took charge of my education. I dedicated countless hours to writing and reading about social issues, studying, and building full-stack web applications. All of this was accomplished while managing challenges of commuting long hours and taking care of my mom. Through commitment and hard work, I proved to myself that I could be reliable, resilient, and a disciplined person I aspired to become even before joining Marcy. And today, I stand before you as a living testament to the transformative power of finding the right environment, mentors, and community. Marcy has been the catalyst that has propelled me into a fulfilling journey where I can create meaningful work while staying true to my passions and the people around me. For that, I'm immensely grateful to Marcy, and I'm excited to continue my growth and make a lasting impact on the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I'm now going to pass it to Ben to introduce our group presentations.
What an amazing speech by Daniel. And as Daniel's personal instructor, I'm just so proud of you. Without further ado, now for what we've all gathered here for, which is team demos. Due to the number of teams demoing, half of the presentations will be in a breakout room. You should now be seeing an invite to join the breakout room. You should also be able to see who is in that breakout room. If the person you're here to support is assigned to the breakout room, please join them there now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saida Berry. I was born in Pennsylvania, but I currently reside in Brooklyn, New York. My family's from Bangladesh. For this team, I served as the product manager alongside of Amber Lambright, Kristen Santos, and Clifford Entian. We are excited to present our application Care Companion, designed to address health disparities in the healthcare system. So we've noticed during the pandemic that people of color face a lot of inadequate care in the healthcare system. And this issue predates the pandemic as well. So we hope to empower people of color by giving them this platform to rate and review their healthcare experiences. Additionally, our users can search for reviews on specific doctors or facilities. So to enhance our users' experience, we implemented a search bar using React hooks. This functionality allows patients to easily search for doctors or facilities directly on our homepage. This overall improves the usability of our app. So the search value, also known as the user input, gets saved and is used to filter a list of doctors or facilities based on a name or a specialty. The filter results are then shown to the user, making it easy to find the information you need to find.
Hi, my name is Amber Lambright. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I was the Scrum Master and full stack developer for Care Companion. The user story I focused on was allowing the user to be able to sign up and sign into our application by storing their data. A patient can leave a review on a doctor or facility. I implemented this with a reliable API by creating tables, controllers, and models using Express and Connects.js to store and manage the user's data. The impact of this enables users to create, read, update, or delete their reviews on doctors or facilities. This helps amplify marginalized voices and drives positive change in the healthcare system. This diagram shows how the front end makes a request to the database, and through the routes, controller, and models, it adds the data that was sent to the database and returns the data back to the front.
Hi, my name is Kristen Santos. I was born in Brooklyn and my family's from Mexico and Guatemala, and I'm a full stack engineer for Care Companion. The user story I focused on was, as a user, I should be able to view details about doctors and or facilities within the platform. By implementing a user-friendly form, users are able to recommend a doctor or facility that isn't found in our application. Once this form is submitted, we're then taken back to the homepage. This is where I utilize the use effect hook to gather data from our doctor facility database. The information is then displayed on cards that ensures that users have convenient access to a wide range of healthcare options. The impact of this user story is it empowers users to actively contribute to our platform, expanding the available healthcare resources for people of color. And as you can see on this, once the form is submitted, it sends that information to the database where the data is stored. We then redirect to the homepage where we can get that information from the database and display individual doctors and facilities on cards across the homepage.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Clifford Etienne from Brooklyn, New York. My parents are from Haiti, and I'm a full stack developer for Care Companion. The user story that I focused on implementing for Care Companion incorporated a feature that compares the statistics of doctors and medical facilities. As a user, I would find it hard having to mentally and manually keep track of each doctor's ratings. A feature that can do this for me would help so much. So to implement this, I created a React component to compare doctors and medical facilities based on scores for specific criteria and stored that in our pages table in our database. The impact of this implementation is that a patient is provided greater insight into the doctors or medical facilities they're interested in, allowing them to make informed choices about who to visit. As you can see in this model, we're utilizing a GET request to pull information about 2 doctors from our database, and then displaying the information into the React component. In the middle of that React component, you can see that the scores from both categories are displayed side by side for the sake of comparison. And this is a demo of the application. Good morning, everyone. My name is Clifford, and I'm here to demo our web application, Care Companion. As a user, when I first access Care Companion, I'm able to see this mission page where I get to know more about Care Companion, as well as some facts, stories, and details from people of color who experience struggles in achieving quality healthcare from facilities and doctors. Clicking here, I can log in or sign up. If I wanted to sign up, I would fill out this form with some information, but since I have an account, you can already just log in. Upon logging in, I'm greeted with my profile.
Carmen, the audio stopped working. You're gonna have to unmute yourself.
It wasn't. Here we go.
Carmen, do we need to pause for the audio?
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Let me try now.
Pleasant experience. The staff wasn't very friendly, the wait times were atrocious, and the quality of care was not to my liking as a person of color. And you can see my review here, as well as many other users who have the same experiences with me. If I can't find a doctor or a facility, I can add one by filling out this form. But I've taken to already do that, as you can see with Dr. Sandow. I even left them a review. Now, there's also a filter where you can filter out specific doctors. So let's say I want to look for Hernandez. He's right there. Lastly, I can bookmark doctors and facilities that I want to visit. Let's say I want to visit Dr. Hernandez, Dr. Wilson, and the Brooklyn Hospital Center. Yeah. Upon clicking my profile, I can see that I've saved these doctors and facilities, so I know where they are, and I can visit them anytime as I please. This has been the demo of our application Care Companion.
So incredibly proud of our team at Care Companion for putting together such a beautiful project. Up next, we have Prince for a Purpose.
Hello, my name is Julian Castro, and I was born and raised in Queens. I am the project manager for Prince for a Purpose. Here with me today are our developers, Jacqueline Lopez and Jared Knight. Our other developer, Natalie Garcia, unfortunately couldn't be with us today. At Prince for a Purpose, our mission is to connect individuals in need of assistive devices with a compassionate global community of skill builders. Using 3D printing technology, we can create affordable solutions that enhance independence and transform lives. As a product manager, I found it was imperative not only to connect people, but to guide them. I recognized a need for streamlining the building process, so I took initiative to design and build a comprehensive progress dashboard that guides the teams every step of the way. Each phase is carefully structured and accompanied by detailed explanations, offering clear direction and actionable steps to follow. By providing this roadmap, I ensure that no project gets lost regardless of scope. This ultimately allows them to surpass obstacles and achieve their goals of delivering impactful solutions to the communities they serve. And here is a general roadmap of the progress dashboard I made. Through these 9 steps, teams can navigate the intricate journey of development with greater ease and clarity. Now they can better organize their efforts, collaborate efficiently, and make informed decisions at every stage.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jacqueline Lopez. I am a developer for Prince for Purpose, and I was tasked with the creation of our donation feature designed to empower individuals like you to actively support our cause of improving access to prosthetics. With this seamless and secure functionality, anyone, whether they are recipients or contributors, can make a significant impact. Through the integration of trusted payment gateways like PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee, we have ensured that every donation made through our platform is not only effortless, but also protected. This means that you can donate with confidence, knowing that your contribution will make a tangible difference. Here in this diagram, we begin where the user interacts with the donation feature. We move to the front end where the payment processing and communication with the selected payment gateway starts. Then in payment gateway, payment verification processes. Then in backend server, it updates the donation records. And then still in backend, it will store donation details in the database. Front end, it will respond with appropriate feedback and or confirmation. And finally, it will display a confirmation message or any necessary UI updates.
Hi, my name is Jared Knight. I was born, raised, and currently reside in Brooklyn, New York. I am a developer for Prince Purpose. Being able for recipients to reach out for fabricators is a vital element of our website. Implementing more precise search queries is an option for finding more specific requests, but the real way that recipients can even reach out for assistance is making a post for fabricators to join. The challenge that I encountered was creating an invitation system that allows for fabricators to request to join a recipient's post. The solution I found was to have routes that connect to the database, as well as a table that tallies all of the requests that are pending, accepting, and declined. The key was utilizing Connect.js queries and user authentication to check the account type, what request is being made, and what the end result should be. This infusion of front-end and back-end checks allow for a safe and seamless invite system no matter the account type. As previously mentioned, the diagram is a visual representation of the invitation process and how it differs from fabricator to a recipient, with the latter being able to send an invite and the former having the ability to filter the joinees.
Welcome to Prince for a Purpose. In this scenario, I'm a person who has a really small head and I'm looking for help with my nearsightedness. So in this case, I would make a new request. I would say what my condition is. So I am nearsighted. We're going to say we have glasses for a small head. We're also looking for a 13-inch head. Relevant details, my daily routine, I am a frequent commuter. And I visit the gym. Any other specific request? I don't think so, but it is a wearable technology. I don't think that I would need many fabricators for this, so I'm going to just say one. We're going to save the draft. Here we can view all the different conditions that we have set, and we can change the status, so now everyone can see it. We're going to have a public comment, and we're going to say, hello, welcome to my request. Please feel free to reach out. In the private comments, this is where we're going to keep things nice and personal. So this is where I'm going to say, what supplies do I need? As a fabricator, you want to give the recipient the tools they need for the problem that they have. You can make this known on your profile what skills you have to offer in the skills tab, and you can add and remove skills anytime on your own page. In the home feed, you can view all the requests that are available, and you can see what is and isn't available for you to choose from. For example, a page that is pending, you can actually join as a fabricator. You can send an invitation, and the recipient themselves can accept or decline the invite, and from there you have access to the private comments where you can then communicate with the recipient. Once the recipient accepts the amount of fabricators they want on their project, the request status changes from pending to planning, and at any point the recipient can change that status to whatever they would like.
Thank you, Prince for a Purpose. That was amazing. I especially love the little
Welcome to
confetti
Prince for a
animations
Purpose.
there.
In this
All right, next up we have Money Mingle.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanda Fairman. I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, and I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. I am the product manager and developer of Money Mingle, and these are my beautiful group members, Louis, Cassidy, and Ashley. Savings are the foundation of financial stability and wealth creation. Introduced in Money Mingle, the revolutionary platform transforming rotation savings associations within African and Caribbean families for generations. The practice of SUSU has been a cornerstone of community-based savings, fostering unity, trust, and support. Our web platform streamlines SUSU management, promoting transparency, responsible financial behaviors, and empowering these communities to achieve their financial objectives. For our product, it is crucial that the users are able to actively engage with SUSUs. They can effortlessly join existing SUSU groups, create new ones, and seamlessly manage their participation. Furthermore, user can access additional information related to specific SUSUs, such as details about participants and contributions amount. In order to bring the user story to life, I implemented a fetch request to gather essential data and utilize it to seamlessly direct users to their dedicated SUSU pages. This approach guaranteed easy access to comprehensive information about selected SUSU. This empowers individuals to save money with their communities. I will pass it on to my teammate here.
Hi, my name is Ashley Patterson. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and my family's from Haiti. And I am the Scrum Master for Money Mingle. For our product, it is imperative that users are able to create their own SUSU so that they may start their own collective savings accounts and in turn, give people the building blocks for financial ownership and independence. By employing the use of structured forms with naming conventions that adhere to the backend table and submit handlers that convert the input form data into JSON data, a user can now simply create their own SUSU by filling out a form. And in this you can see a user will fill out a SUSU form, then the data is converted into JSON data, then it's sent a post request to the server, the request is accepted, and the user is taken to their newly created SUSU.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cassie Olivier. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and my family's from Haiti. I was also a developer of Money Mingle. So a user story I worked on was that users that are the owner of the SUSU are authorized to interact with that particular SUSU in ways that other participants of the SUSU cannot. This includes marking a member of a SUSU as paid or not paid and inviting other SUSUs of other users of the SUSU and deleting SUSU if they please. In order to implement this feature, I compared the logged in user to the owner of the SUSU and authorized that user if the ID match. The impact of this is that giving the owner of the SUSU authority over the entire SUSU would empower users to have complete control and ownership over their SUSU experience, enhancing their overall satisfaction and engagement with the platform and fellow participants. And this is a visual representation of the process. When the user clicks on a SUSU they are part of, to view its details, the client sends a request to the server for data regarding that specific SUSU, and the currently logged in user then the server uses next.js to send a SQL query to the database. The database responds to that query and sends the requested data back to the server. Then the server compares the owner of the ID to the SUSU, to the current logged in SUSU, current logged in user, and finally authorize that user to have access to the owner features if the ID matches.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Rivero. I was born and raised in the Bronx, and I was a full stack developer for Money Mingle. I thought it was essential for users to be able to join a SUSU if they were given the password and ID of that specific SUSU. The way I implemented this feature was by creating 2 routes in the backend. One route would fetch the data of the SUSU they are trying to join, and the other route would add the SUSU they just joined into the list of SUSUs the user is currently a part of. The impact of this was that users are able to freely join any SUSU and are able to effortlessly keep track of important information. And from this diagram, you can see a user would first fill out a form in the front end. We will then make a fetch request based on the user input to get the SUSU they are trying to join. Once we receive the data, we then compare the password, the user inputted password with the password of the SUSU. And if they match, the user will be redirected inside the SUSU. And then the route that adds the SUSU to the list of SUSU the user is currently a part of runs. And if the passwords don't match, then the SUSU does not get added to the list of SUSUs. Hello, everyone. This is Money Mingle. As you can see, I'm currently inside the homepage. If I were to click welcome, I get redirected to the about page, which has our mission statement. It explains what a SUSU is if you're not familiar with one, as well as some rules to follow. Since I'm currently signed into an account, I have the option to go to SUSU page, which has a list of SUSUs that I am currently a part of. And if I were to open one, you will see a checkbox, a graph, an invite, and delete SUSU. In order to check off send invites and delete a SUSU, I would have to be the owner of the SUSU, and I would have to know the name of the user I'm trying to invite. For this demo, I'll be sending 2 invites to show off the features, as well as creating and joining a SUSU. Let's name this SUSU demo de SUSU final. And let's give it a password of 123, and let's make it a payment of $9 every week. As you can see, I got redirected to the SUSU I just created. And in order to join a SUSU, I would have to remember this ID. Now, if I were to switch to a different account and go to the profile of this account named Valem, you can see the invites of the SUSU I just sent. I can either choose to delete a SUSU, which removes it from my profile, or I can accept an invite, which brings me to this SUSU page as well. And you can see it was also added to my list of SUSUs. And now in order to join a SUSU, I would have to know the exact password of the SUSU as well as the ID. And as you can see, I was added to the list of members. And I don't have the option to check off members, delete SUSU, or invite since I'm not the owner. And as you can see, it was also added to my list of SUSUs. In order to show off the delete invite, I would open one, and then in order to delete, I would have to confirm by basically signing into my account again. Let's say R, and let's put the password. and press delete. And as you can see, it was removed from my page. And if I go to the other account, you can see it was also removed from this account. This was Money Mingle. Thank you very much.
Beautiful job, Money Mingle. Such an important concept that you brought to life through your platform. Next up, we have Recover Well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nayan Kumar Prajapati. I was born and raised in India, and now I live in Queens, New York. I'm the product owner and full stack developer for Recover Well. My teammates are Chuka, Sadiq, and Osan. Together, we created Recover Well, a platform to support individuals recovering from substance abuse addiction. Recover Well provides a nurturing community where people can connect, share experiences, and find the strength to overcome addiction. This app is important to us because each of us knows someone that struggles with substance abuse. Substance abuse was already a significant issue in New York City with high rates of overdose deaths. The pandemic worsened this problem due to increased stress, job losses, and social isolation. Our apps address this need by offering a supportive community to encourage sobriety. One of the user stories that I work on is, as a user, I should be able to create and join events and view the event's location on the map, access participant information, and cancel my reservation to have a sense of community and connection. To achieve this user story and keep track of all the states, I opted to implement event context using use a context React hook. This decision enabled me to establish a centralized source of truth for event data, eliminating the need for prop drilling and reducing the code redundancy. Moreover, it facilitates effortless access and seamless updates to the data from any part of the application. The impact of this is that user can now easily create and join events, view events location on the map, access participant information, and manage their reservations. And this sense of community and connection has had a profound impact on users' recovery, as they can share a moment with like-minded individuals and feel supported in their journey toward overcoming substance abuse.
Hi, my name is Oshan Verge. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm the Scrum Master and a developer for Recover Well. As a user of Recover Well who is on a journey of recovery from substance abuse, it is essential to have the ability to access and view important personal information on the platform. Our profile page allows users to easily view their profile image, age, name, gender, bio, and events. To accomplish this user story, I implemented the React's use effect hook in conjunction with a fetch handler, officially retrieving and updating the user's profile information from the database. By providing users with a platform to express themselves, we empower them to take ownership of their recovery journey and foster a supportive network of individuals with similar experiences.
Hello, my name is Chuka. I was a backend developer for our project Recover Well, and I decided that our users would probably benefit if we could allow them to show their approval or disapproval of another person's post or comment. So I felt it would be appropriate to implement a like and dislike button. Next slide. Using Express and Connects, I created a database that contained the data for all likes and dislikes, as well as implemented a logic sequence that would limit each user to one like or dislike for all posts or comments. I felt this would be beneficial for all users, given that they would be able to then build real connections in real time anonymously, as well as the fact that I know recovery can be best supplemented by the support of other people. So something as little as liking another person's comments can really go a long way.
Unmute, Sadiq.
Yes. My name is Sadiq Mustafa. I was born in London and raised in Nigeria and then New York. I am a developer for Recover Well. A core concept of our site was giving users a sense of community that is fostered through available and reliable contact. In order to do this, next slide, I used the pop function of React to seamlessly extract data from our database table and dynamically generate individual user cards based on the available information. This resulted in a strong connection between the members of our community through means of communication. Thank you. And now here's our demo of our site.
My name is Oshan Berridge, and I am a user of Recover Well. I see some overcoming cravings, those strategies. Movies help me with overcoming cravings. You know, I think I'm going to use that one. Said that. Actually, want to get in touch with Nyan. Let's see. I'm in the community page. Oh, I found him. Events. He's going to movie night. That sounds like a plan. Let's go to movie night. You can find it in events. Oh, it's right here. Info. 42nd Street. Map. Manhattan. You know, this is actually pretty close to me. I think I'm gonna head on to see him. Send him a message. Thanks for the tip. Let's go ahead and send this message. Seems like he's busy right now. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. The quick response. Let's RSVP. Bam. Gonna see 9. Okay. Let's go to game night. Actually, game night sounds pretty fun. RSVP. Oh, 6 p.m. I can't make that. But I wonder if I can make my own event. I can. Maybe later though. Before I make an event, I actually have to update my profile. So we have here. Ooh, nice. I actually don't like my profile page. So let's change this. What? What's going on the spot? Perfect. Oh, and recovery is a community effort. 12 posts, 8 users, 6 events. And we have a good community. I'm definitely gonna be coming back. Thanks, Recover Well.
Thank you, Recover Well. It was so cool to see you upload a profile picture in real time. Next we have Find Color, our final group.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Santos. I currently reside here in Brooklyn, New York. My pronouns are he, him, his, and my family is from Mexico and Guatemala. I served as the product manager for our application Find Color. Find Color is a platform dedicated to locating missing persons of color. In 2021 alone, nearly 500,000 people were reported missing across the US, with 40% of those cases being missing individuals from marginalized communities. Despite people of color going missing at a higher rate, they receive disproportionately less media coverage across local and national news media outlets. Our team found it important to develop an application that raises awareness and takes action for this issue. Our application Find Color fosters a united community where individuals can actively support the friends and families affected by a loved one missing. We provide a dedicated platform that empowers users to share information, raise awareness, and collaborate in discussion. The team who helped build Find Color are India Hill, Zenobia James, Yvonne Herrera, and myself, Matthew Santos. While building Find Color, it was essential for our application to develop modern interactive features such as upvoting, commenting, and bookmarking posts. This means that we put more eyes to the missing person and bring attention to the urgency to this unprecedented event. To achieve this, we used a combination of React hooks. Specifically for this feature, implementing the useState hook, which enables real-time rendering of user interactions. When a user performs an action such as upvoting or commenting, the backend will receive the user's interaction and store that information in our database. To provide a seamless experience, the useState hook only renders the comment or upvote data immediately. This eliminates the need for a full page re-render to see the user interaction, and providing a seamless experience, allowing the user to actively support and assist in finding missing individuals and making a meaningful impact.
Hi, my name is Zenobia James. I was born and raised in Harlem, New York, and I'm the Scrum Master for Find Color. The bookmark feature was crucial in our app, providing users easy access to important information. By saving and revisiting posts of interest, users can quickly find and engage with relevant content. This personalized experience fosters long-term engagement as users curate a collection of bookmarked posts. The bookmark feature enhances user experience, promotes personalization, and boosts user engagement, making it an indispensable component for our app. To enable bookmarks in our Express API, I utilize Connect's a query builder and migration tool. Connecting connects to our database established a seamless connection for efficient data access and manipulation to maintain a clean and organized code base. I followed the model view controller pattern, implementing models and controllers for managing bookmark logic. When a user clicks the bookmark button, it triggers a backend action. The backend stores the bookmark information in a database. And to view bookmarks, the backend retrieves relevant data and sends it to the front end. The front end displays bookmark posts in a user-friendly manner like a separate bookmarks section.
Hello, my name is India Hill. I was born and raised in New York, and my family is from Panama. I was a full stack developer on our project, mainly working in the back end. However, my greatest challenge was in the front end. We wanted users to be able to filter the feed page based on the post's main demographics without making separate queries to our database. So to overcome this challenge, I created React states for every demographic category. And every time the inputs for these changed, it mapped a true false value into an array returned when filtering through the posts. The filter functionality allows users to search for specific individuals based on their personal investment and connection to a case or the cases on our site. So you can see here that we're starting off with empty filters that the user can change on the front end, but when there are no filters on the front end put into their inputs, we are just displaying all the posts that are in the database. But if you were to input any filters into the queries, they would be added to each individual category state, narrowing down the posts displayed on the website.
Hello, my name is Yvonne Herrero. I was born and raised in Passaic, New Jersey, and my family is from Mexico, and I'm a developer for Find Color. Our application features an automatic tab-based navigation system, which changes between different sections. To perform the desired performance, I implemented state management and dynamic rendering of tab headers and content using React's use state hook. The application navigation experience was further enhanced with the use of Tailwind CSS. By implementing a user-friendly tab-based navigation system, we aligned our mission of encouraging a united community, thereby actively supporting the location of missing persons of color. This approach enables users to fast access the desired information, promoting faster retrieval and navigation within our platform. As you can see here, I'm in the tabs header, and you could see the transition between edit account where you could update your username, the view post where you could see your post only, and the logout option.
Hello, everyone. I will be demoing our application, Find Color. So upon first landing on our website, you get to our homepage. One scenario of this could be I'm referred to this website by a friend who has been made aware of the glaring disparities in news coverage for people of color in America when they go missing. So if I were to scroll down, I'd see a link for how much news coverage you get based on your demographics. But in this scenario, I am concerned about a loved one gone missing. So I will go to Find Color's feed page where all the missing persons posted on our website show up. There's a lot of people here, so I'm going to narrow down my search a little bit. I'm looking for a female over the age of 16 of Latino or African American descent. So the search narrowed down a bit, but I'm not seeing who I'm looking for. I'm looking for Janice. And yeah, she's not showing up, so I'm actually going to create a post for her. When you're creating a post, you can just be super specific about this person. So I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona. And you can also upload an image of this person. So I have one right here. And once that finishes loading, you can upload it right there and send relevant contact information. And upon loading, you can see, let's type in Janice. She's right here. If I were to look at the other posts on the website. So for example, right here, I can upload a post to just, if I want to see it get a little bit more traction. I can bookmark in case I want to just save a post and keep being updated on it, as well as fully expand it and see all of that other information that isn't displayed on the feed page directly, including this description area. So Find Color, we wanted to make sure that there is a personal humanizing aspect to each post, which is this description ideally written by like a loved one or someone personally involved in the case. And we also have the comment section for anyone who wants to leave messages. And I can leave one right here saying, sending my, and yeah, I can post that comment and it shows here. So that is a very quick overview of the website. Thank you.
In the main room, the first team that will be presenting is IQ Foods.
Hi, my name is Luis Pedro, product manager and developer for IQ Foods, parents from Mexico and Ecuador, and currently reside in Brooklyn, New York. Here with me today are three amazing developers, Jess, Arlie, Isaac, and together we've built IQ Foods. Reports of health issues from unhealthy diets have been steadily increasing for the past 50 years. Researchers suggest that this might be the cause of mass consumption of products from consumers who might know little of what they contain. Our team wanted to create a web application where we could find thousands of products and all of its constitution. With that, users can make more informed decisions about the foods that they consume and lead towards a better diet. Users will be provided context for the effects of certain foods they consume. To illustrate these effects, I used the React hook use context showcased in the next slide. This hook enables us to provide global access to data across all parts of the application, allowing easy maintenance and state of quicker response to the user. Users can perform full CRUD operations on their list and provide information of a level of processing and nutrition in their foods. Now I'll pass it to Jess.
Hi, my name is Jessica Maleatai, and I was born and raised in Albania. I now live in the Bronx. I am the Scrum Master and developer for IQ Food. For our product, it is crucial that users are able to create several grocery lists and add the necessary items to them. We decided to implement this by having a grocery list, an items list, and then a table where grocery lists and the items that correlated to them were held. After retrieving data from an API, the system performs a check to determine if the data already exists in our database. If not, it inserts them into this. This impacted the app by having users be able to add items to their grocery list while also storing API fetched items into our own database. As you can see from this diagram, when a user clicks add to a specific grocery list on the items page, the SQL command checks if the item exists in our own database. If it does not, it makes the item, adds it to the items database, and then adds it into the new database connecting the grocery list and the item. If it does, it just skips it and then adds it to the database. This results in all fetched items being in our own database, which made it easier for users.
Hi, my name is Arlie Raimundo. I was born in Manhattan, raised in Queens, and my parents are from Mexico. For IQ Foods, I worked on the back end, and what I implemented in this project was that grocery lists should be easy to modify with the ability to add and remove items seamlessly, so that users can change the list based on their needs and preferences. The way I implied this was having CRUD routes created in the RESTful architecture to manage and retrieve important data from the grocery list database. The impact with this, users will enjoy being able to modify their grocery list easily, which will lead to a positive experience and more interaction with the app. The diagram below showcases the interaction between the server and database through a patch request. The request is sent to the database where it's processed and updates the relevant information. The database then creates a response and sends it to the server, thus rendering the data on the web browser.
Hey, I'm Isaac, front-end developer and designer. My goal was for users to have a clean and fun interface to interact with, making the users of the app much more enjoyable than a stale website. There were many challenges to finding a design that we as the team gravitated towards and were inspired by, but using the feedback of my peers and a little creativity got it done. As a result, users get to interact with a clean and aesthetically pleasing user interface. Next slide, please. In front of you is just the evolution of what we imagined for our interface design. It changed quite a bit over time, but in the end, we achieved a desired result, which you'll see in the next slide as we present our demo.
Hey, my name is Isaac. I'm the designer for IQ Food, and this is our demo. So we start off at our landing page. There's something you're going to see a lot of is this concept of a Nova score, which is simply a classification system for the amount of processing within a product. 1 being the least processed and in turn healthier, and 4 being the most. More thoroughly explained here in this diagram. From here, we can either choose to log in or sign up, but since we already have an account, we could just log in, right? We're dropped into our dashboard. To the right, we have user management, where you can choose to either log out or update your username in the database. For example, if I wanted to change my username from Isa to Isaac, I would simply go over here, type in Isaac, and update my username, and boom, it's updated. Now, if you log out and you try to log back in with the new credentials, you will end up in the exact same place that we left off, at our dashboard. To the left, we can create ourselves a new grocery list based off diet, meal plans, or anything else. And since I haven't eaten breakfast yet, let's just type that in. Now it says underneath that the Nova score is unknown, and that's because we have not yet populated this list. Let's change that. If we head over to search, we can enter a food of our liking and add this to our cart. This morning I'm feeling for brown eggs. We'll let that load up a bit, and once it's done, we're gonna pick out whatever eggs that we like. Click over here. And since we're trying to add it to our breakfast list, we're gonna go to this drop down and select breakfast, press add, and go back to our dashboard here. Now we see that our Nova score is 1, but that's not all I wanted. So let's go search up some bacon. I'm gonna click on my favorite bacon here. Stopping for a minute, we can see many things going on this page. We have a list of stores known to sell this item, all the ingredients contained in it, our Nova and Nutri-Score telling us how processed and nutritional the food is, as well as our list of additives that are included in this product. The additives are named by nutritional codes like ENE250, E326, 261, and so on. Clicking on one of them will elaborate more on what this additive is, and after inspecting it, if you still want to add it to your list, you're just going to go over here, select which list you want, and press add. Going back to our dashboard, we can now see that our Nova score increased from 1 to 3. Clicking view underneath will allow us to inspect further. Here we can see that our breakfast isn't the worst, but it can still be healthier. For this, we can click on this recommendations button below, and it's going to give us a list of recommendations like peeled tomatoes, but if I don't want peeled tomatoes with my brown eggs and bacon, I don't want to do that. So let's click on it again, and we got orange juice. Me personally, I love orange juice, so I'm gonna just add that to my list. Going back to dashboard, we can see that our breakfast Nova score went from 3 to 2, which is a much better place than where we were at earlier. And oops, I forgot to delete my movie list from last night. That was a nasty Nova score. If you want to know more, feel free to check out our About Us page where we go into detail about us and our mission. This is my beautiful team, and that concludes our demo. One last thing, if you go over here and you try to add an endpoint that doesn't exist, you are greeted with Mr. Broccoli. And it tells you that you seem like you're lost. Mr. Broccoli is here to guide you back. Following Mr. Broccoli is going to take you to the home page in which you can access your dashboard and search and all the other things. I just want to add that.
Wow, what an exceptional demo. It was very cool to see the Nova scores of the whole grocery list coming up. Nice job. Next up, we have Team Solace.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Trayvon Charles, and I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm the product manager and front-end developer for Solace. And these are my team members, Nick, Mohammed, and Raven. And I'd like to introduce you all to Solace, a web platform designed to address the specific needs of individuals and communities that are at risk of a natural disaster or hazard. The aftermath of a natural disaster can be absolutely detrimental and not only lead to families being homeless, shortages of foods, but also a negative impact on the economy. And this leaves people impacted by natural disasters vulnerable in need of support. Our app addresses these challenges by providing a centralized platform that provides comprehensive information on natural hazards, real-time updates, and alerts. And by raising awareness, it helps users understand the risks and take appropriate measures to respond to these disasters. Our mission at Solace is to create a sense of security in response to our increasing number of natural disasters. And as you can see here, this is how I helped build this user experience to achieve my mission. I wanted to allow users to browse through an entire interactive and dynamic virtual globe to look for natural events so that they can engage with them. And I achieved this by using NASA's Earth Observatory Natural Event Tracker to precisely locate natural disasters and implement that data onto a map using the Mapbox API. This allows users to explore the map and learn about specific areas at risk and access detailed information about the types of hazards that they may face, thus ensuring users stay informed about any developing situations and allow them to take necessary precautions. And in this diagram, I have a 3-step process for finding the data, using data, and rendering that data into a React component. The first step is getting the data, which requires data fetching to retrieve from the NASA API, and then storing that data into a component or a variable. The next step is using that data, which is now fetched, to manipulate it and process it as needed through multiple calculations and data manipulations into a desired format. And the last step is to render that data. Now that it's processed, it can be rendered dynamically into JavaScript React using various methods. And each item is rendered as a separate element with its properties displayed and then rendered on the map, which is interactive and dynamic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicholas Nunez Baez. I was born in Washington, D.C. My family's from the Dominican Republic, and I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. And I was the Scrum Master and backend developer for this project. The user story that I was tasked to implement was the user being able to view information about an active natural disaster, as well as seeing which users are at risk of being impacted by the natural disaster. I implemented this by fetching the active natural disasters from the National Weather Service API, as well as a list of users that have an account with our site. From there, I used an external JavaScript library called turf.js to determine whether or not a user is inside the affected area of every natural disaster. This information is then sent to the front end to be rendered. The impact of this feature is the user feeling connected and being able to care for the community, even over long distances. And here we have a clear diagram of how this works exactly. First, a request is sent to our backend for events and users that are nearby each event. Our backend recognizes a request by hitting an endpoint we labeled as /events. Once our backend knows what's being requested, SQL is used to pull out the necessary data, which is a list of every user and another list of every event. Then, using the functionalities provided by turf.js, we are able to compare each user's location to the location of each event to determine if they are in danger or not. From this process, we are able to get a list of every event and a list of users close to that event. This data is then sent to the front end to be rendered.
Hi, my name is Raven Parker. My family's from Puerto Rico, but I was born and raised in New York City and currently reside in Brooklyn. I'm a front-end developer for Solace. For our product, it's crucial that users are able to see others that are at risk of being affected by a natural disaster. To implement this, I was challenged with displaying the user safe status on our users page. I used React to set the user status on each card. The status update fetches from our backend API/users endpoint to get which users are unsafe, pulling from the safe column in our database. This enables a connection between the current user and other unsafe users, which is especially important for friends the user has added, as it'll directly allow the user to see which friends are affected first in the event of a natural disaster. Overall, the impact that this has is it creates a sense of connection and safety since all users can check on each other. So first, the user could see the list of friends on our friends and users page, and then they can add other people. And then from there, they'll be able to see which friends are at risk of a natural disaster first.
Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Udin, and I'm from Brooklyn and now reside in Queens. I'm a full-stack web developer for Solace. We want to give the users the ability to add or remove users as a friend and along with commenting on the natural disaster events that appear on the screen. In order to implement that, I had to create tables to store the necessary information and render the information based on the user's request on the front end. Connecting with friends and actively engaging and commenting on a natural disaster event not only cultivates a strong sense of community, but also serves as a way to connect and interact with loved ones during times of crisis. So here's a little demonstration. So on the front end, a user would make the request. So let's say they're making a comment, they would put the comment in, input the comment, and press the send button. When the send button is pressed, it triggers a request to the back end, which will post the input into the back end, and we'll store the information. And on the front end, we render all the information from the database.
This is Solace, and I'm using this platform because I'm concerned about the natural disasters that are occurring around me or affecting my family and friends around the world. So I'll start by allowing my location. On the left-hand side, I can see a list of all natural disasters occurring, when and where they're happening, the type of natural disaster, the severity, and how far they are from me. It looks like I can also leave comments. If I click on a natural disaster, it takes me to that page on the map. And if I click on the event that's occurring, it'll also bring me to a page with more details about that. On the right-hand side, there's also a button here that I can click on. It looks like that's a safety button, so I'm going to sign up and see if I can use that. I also get a feed page on the right-hand side that seems to show the most recent natural disaster, as well as additional details about it and how I can stay safe in that kind of event. I'm going to see if I can add anybody. Oh no. It looks like we have an unsafe user here. I'm going to try adding Mo, because I know Mo. I think he lives in South Carolina. It looks like Mo is unsafe. So I'm going to go reach out to him on the comments in South Carolina. And it looks like the most recent comments get displayed as well. On the profile page, I can see my username, and this is where I can log out. It shows my location and coordinates, and it looks like I can update my username here. Okay, and I've just updated my username. I can also remove my friends as well. And this is Solace. This.
Thank you, Solace. Can't wait for you all to try that out. That map feature is really amazing. Our next team up we have is Recyclic.
Hi, everyone. My name is Magdalena Majero. I was born in New York. I grew up in Croatia, and I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. I am the product owner and front-end developer at Recyclic, and my teammates are Stacey Ann, Shayna, Randy, and Jason. The problems of plastic and carbon pollution, global warming, and tons of waste impact all our lives on Earth. As young people, we fear for our future daily. At Recyclic, we believe it's time for us to unite and to execute our efforts of becoming more self-sustainable, lessening the demand for the ever-increasing overproduction of goods. Recyclic tackles the lack of awareness around recycling and other environmental issues. We aim to empower users all over New York City to participate in recycling events, and we hope to foster a sense of dedication to a more eco-conscious lifestyle. One of the features I had worked on was our newsfeed. Powered by the New York Times API, it brings users the latest articles about the environment. After obtaining an API key, I constructed a request, sent it to the API endpoint, and received a response containing articles metadata. The impact this had is the ability to provide users with access to the latest news on the topic of environmentalism in order to stay informed about global issues and engaged in initiatives, all within the convenience of our app. The communication between the client and the server during API fetching is like a conversation. The client, which is our app, sends a request to the server specifying what information it wants. The server receives the request, processes it, and then sends it back as a response, including our requested articles.
Hello, my name is Randy Pichardo. I'm Dominican American and was born in Brooklyn, New York. I am the Scrum Master and front-end developer for Recyclic. Considering our site is based around events, a user must be able to create events for others to see and or RSVP to. In order to achieve this, I implemented a form that can only be accessed by logged in users. When the form is submitted, it triggers a specific function. This function takes the submitted information, performs an API post call, and generates an event based on the provided data. The event is then displayed on the user's dashboard and on the event page of other users. This form makes for a quick and easy process that allows any user to sign up and start creating events immediately. As you can see here, even though under the hood, there's a lot that goes into creating events, all the user needs to do is fill out a form. This sends a post request to this route, which creates an event. It's as simple as that.
Hi everyone, my name is Shana Guzman and my parents are from the Dominican Republic. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, which is where I currently reside in. I am a front-end developer for Recyclic, and for our product, it is crucial that users are able to engage in a visually appealing user interface. And for that, we needed to select a complementary color palette that is aesthetically pleasing to the user. My approach to this challenge is that I use Figma to create a mock-up of the overall layout of our webpage, creating the wireframe. I later utilized Bulma and React to bring the framework to life. Because of my design choices, I was able to ensure a sleek and user-friendly experience for the younger audience. As you can see, this was the wireframe I created on Figma. Because I wanted to appeal to our young users, I decided to go for a modern look, which is why I decided to choose a color palette of emerald green and white, and to still keep the environment.
Hello, my name is Jason Paulino, and I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York, and my family's from the Dominican Republic. And I was the backend developer for Recyclic. So a key feature of our platform is enabling users to be involved in community events. I built a feature which involves users to join existing events listed in our events page. Using PostgreSQL, Express.js, and Connects, I was able to implement a system where users can join these events and manage attendee information in real time. So here's an illustration explaining the flow of a unique user joining a unique event. So it starts off with the user interaction, where a user decides to join an event by clicking the Join Event button on event page. We proceed to the app action, where the app sends a request to the server at a specific web address, which includes the user ID and the event ID they want to join. We proceed to the server action, where the server receives the app's request and then communicates with our database, asking it to officially add the user to the event and update the total number of participants accordingly. Lastly, the confirmation. The server then communicates to the application that the user has successfully joined an event by sending a visual notification back to the user.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Ann King. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm first generation of Jamaican immigrants. And also I was a full stack developer for Recyclic. For our product, it was very crucial for the users to be able to view their progress and be able to track the events they join and give them the choice to delete or leave an event. I implement this by using React.js by creating two functions and routes for users, giving them the ability to leave an event. The impact was that the users can update the dashboard in real time, enabling to give them to be intentional with the community that they created and empower them to take control and awareness over the events they have created. In the next slide, you see the diagram. Once the users, based on the dashboard, they're presented with two choices. One, they can leave the event with the function and they will return the event back to the main space. And also, if they choose to delete the event, they remove the event entirely from memory. We will now present the demo of Recyclic. Hello and welcome to Recyclic. I find myself on the landing page where I can browse some features and I see that I can create an event. I can learn more information about the organization, and I can read the latest news on environmentalism. This is interesting to me, so I'm going to check that out. Awesome. These look like New York Times articles on environmental topics. I am going to move to the events page and check out the events going on right now. I like this page cleanup, so I'm going to join that. But it appears that I need to sign up in order to join an event. I actually need at least one special symbol in order to successfully sign up. I'm going to go back to the events page and join this event. Awesome. I would actually like to create an event as well. So I'm going to create an event that I call giveaway of my spring closet. I'm going to set it for July 5th at sometime around noon and give it an address as well as an image to better depict my event. Great. I'm going to publish that event and go check out my dashboard. This is where the event that I've joined lives, and this is the event that I've created lives. I think I'm actually going to keep my closet and delete this event. Thank you so much for watching. This is Recyclic.
Thank you, Recyclic. Wow, those events look like a fun and impactful way to spend this summer. Up next, we have Second Wind.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Daniel Nelson, and I'm from Brooklyn, and my family, but I currently live in New Jersey. I work for Second Wind, and with me today is my amazing team who developed Second Wind: Bazed, Fabrizio, Ethan, and Jashik. We're excited to introduce you to our application, Second Wind. At Second Wind, we recognize the criminal justice system is plagued by multiple issues that disproportionately affect formerly incarcerated individuals, leading to high recidivism rates and ineffective rehabilitation. So our mission is to significantly reduce recidivism rates by providing recently released individuals an online community-based platform that also gives them resources, support, and employment opportunities to facilitate successful societal reintegration. So moving on, at Second Wind, we thought it was crucial for recently released individuals to share their experiences, update others about opportunities, and foster a supportive community. So it was important that recently released individuals could be able to create, delete, and update a regular post. To implement this, I created a database schema and implemented models, controllers, and routes to the post table in the database, which would handle all requests made by users to carry out card functionality for posts. The impact of implementing this user story is that recently released individuals can now see how their stories and knowledge inspire others, all while building a network of like-minded individuals who truly understand their journey. Moving on to a diagram to show how to enable the posting feature, I first utilized PostgreSQL to create a table for storing and retrieving posts in a database. Next, I developed a model to interact with the posts. Then I built controller files to handle requests. Finally, I established routes for the front-end requests, such as GET requests to receive all posts as an object.
Hi, my name is Fabrizio Corrales. I was born and raised in Queens, New York, and my family is from Colombia. I was a developer for Second Wind. The user story I focused on was getting recently released individuals to find job opportunities and resources. I built the front-end interface using React, prioritizing an intuitive and an accessible user experience for job searching. I then established a database of job resources, managing on the back end with Express and Postgres. The impact of this feature is significant as it allows for recently released individuals to secure stable employment and successfully reintegrate into society, ultimately reducing recidivism rates. The user requests job information, which is sent from the React front end to the Express Postgres backend. The backend receives the job data from the database and sends it back to the front end, where it is displayed for the user to view and interact with.
Hi guys, my name is Baizad Ullah. My family is from Bangladesh and I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. I was the Scrum Master and one of the developers on this project. For our product, it was crucial for users to create and see posts on the user feed. This involved using a third-party tool called Upload Care, which allows the users to upload images. When the user uploads an image and adds a caption, we capture the data and store it in our database. Then on the user feed, we can display all the posts, including the images. This helps the users share their thoughts and what's going on with them. If we go on the next slide, here we can see an overview of how this is happening. So when we create a post, we attach the caption and the image on the body of the post request that updates the server. And on user feed, we can make a fetch request that gets all the data. With that, I'll pass it to Ja.
Thank you, Baized. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jashik. I'm from Jamaica and I live in Queens. For our product, it was crucial that the user experience was seamless and intuitive across all devices. Pages needed to adapt to various screen sizes. So to accomplish this, I used React, CSS, and JavaScript. But more specifically, responsive design techniques such as media queries and flexible layout grids were used to replicate the design elements provided in the wireframe and then implemented on the front end. Testing was conducted on multiple devices. This in turn enables the users to access the community regardless of the device they're using, thereby facilitating easier access to the support they require to stay out of prison. In the following slide, you will see 4 of the pages from the provided wireframe: login, sign up, settings, and landing page. And after that, we will have the video demonstration of Second Wind narrated by Baized.
Hi guys, this is Second Wind, and on this page, you can learn about the product by scrolling down. Once you're done learning about the product, you can sign up or log in. If you click on sign up, you can choose between a personal account or a business account. I'll just log in right now. So I'll log in. So on this page, after you log in, you can see this page where you can create a post or see a post. So I'll just go ahead and create a post. I'll upload an image. I'll go with this image. Once the image is uploaded, I can create a post. Say if I refresh my page, this is a post I just created. I can also like a post, comment on it, and bookmark a post. So if I go back to bookmarks, I can see that I just bookmarked this post. If I go to my profile, I can update my images. And over here, I can update my post too. If I click on update and I refresh, and I go back to my profile, I can see that this caption has been updated. So is my profile picture. We also have this job section where you can apply the jobs by clicking on apply now. It will take you to an external link. How jobs work is that business accounts can create a job. We'll see that in just a little bit. Over here, we have messages. We can message users. So if I pick a user and I send them a text, we can chat back and forth. We also have the settings where users can update their information. So now we'll look at business accounts. So if I log in as Nike 123, log in. If I go over jobs, now I have this create job button where I can create a job. So let's say software engineering and software engineer. Brooklyn, job type, part-time. I'll go with Nike.com for now and paste some job description. If I refresh, I should be able to see my own job over here, which is this one. These are the core features of our app, and that's about it. Thank you.
Sorry, technical difficulties. There we go. Thank you, Second Wind. What an
Hi guys, this is Second Wind.
What an important application. Our final presentation of the day will be coming from Village.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Knox Phillips. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I am the product manager for Village. I was joined by my team members, Gabriel Ennis, Vinny Antoine Fills, and Vincent Lamano, and together we built Village. Village is a web platform where users can find and join local communities called villages and tackle neighborhood issues. People love their communities and want to make them better, but if you're not deeply engaged with your community already, then you may not realize you're the only one that suffers from problems in the community. Village allows for users to shed light on their community issues, giving them a platform to discuss, connect, and organize. For our product, it felt necessary to give users some form of guidance when they start off. Oftentimes on social media, users spend a lot of time trying to find the right community to join. And on our application, I aim to minimize the effort spent on community discovery and maximize the effort and time put into addressing community issues with your neighbors. Using a geocoding API when the villages are created and getting the users' locations, we plug them into a formula to find the shortest distance to each village. On this slide as an example, let's say I lived on 80th Street. You would see that when the function runs, you get the shortest distance to each village, and then we can take the 3 shortest distances and then we show them to the users.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gabriel Ennis. My family is from Guyana. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and I am the Scrum Master for Village. We believe users sharing images of their experiences is crucial. Imagine having to describe every detail of your problem or talking to your neighbors without ever seeing their faces. This is where our utilization of cloud storage comes in. With Cloudinary's API, we can upload images to the cloud, ensuring fast loading and on-demand viewing. Village's integration with the cloud enhances the user experience, improves visual appeal, and optimizes loading time. On the top left, you can see the user's file explorer. And after that, they can upload their image onto our website. And we take the data from that image and we ship it off to Cloudinary. And it sends back a URL that can be displayed on our website. I mean, like a URL that renders an image, which can be displayed on our website.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vincent Lamano, and I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I was a developer for Village. My job while developing Village was to allow for the user to have access to all data pertaining to a specific village that they were viewing. I did this by connecting the front end and back end, utilizing dynamic routing, hitting the village ID in the route. That way, only data specific to that village is public to the user. As you can see here in illustration, when you click on a certain village using React Router DOM, it reroutes the user to that specific village ID, and then we would use that ID in the URL to fetch the data for that village and display it on the page. I'll kick it off to Vinny.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vinny Antoine Phils. I was born and raised in the Bronx, and I currently reside in Brooklyn. As a developer, I implemented a feature for users who want to help beyond the neighborhood by staying updated on the trending villages and their current events. To fulfill this user story, I revamped the villages page to showcase only the top 3 most active villages. By filtering and curating the content, users can quickly access the most popular villages. Users can now easily identify which village are currently most active and stay informed about their events. It provides clear guidance for users to participate and contribute more if they wish to do so. This enhancement empowers users to extend their reach beyond their own neighborhood and actively engage with various villages. On the left is an idea of all our villages, where I then use the Git router to show only the top 3 most active villages depending on the number of members in a village. So with all this in mind, now you'll see the demo. As a concerned member of my community, I'm concerned for my neighborhood. A neighbor told me about a website called Village, so I'm going to check it out. This is the feed page. So when I logged in and read it with it, I can see different villages here, but let me see which one is closest to me. Okay, it doesn't look like that any of them are necessarily mine or that close to where I live. So instead, I'm just going to make one. So I'm going to create a village, financial district, yada, 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 yada. There you go. And there it is. This is the village I just made. Now make a new issue. Meeting. I already have everything loaded. And there's my issue right here. And I'm going to create a post for it because I currently have an issue here. And it was with my heating. And I already have a prompt already made. So I should see it right here. And there it is. It looks like that my issue's up there now. So now I'm going to message the person who put me onto Village. Yes, thank you for putting me. And there we go, that's Village. As a concerned member of my community.
And with that, we have seen our groups present. Let's have a huge round of snaps for all the groups that are presented here and in the breakout rooms. Feel free to show love in the chat for all of our fall 2022 fellows and their amazing applications. We are all so proud of you.
Mahaba, Akoma, we could not be more proud of you all and the apps that all of you built. And for all of you who joined us today, thank you so much for coming to celebrate this huge moment for our fellows. As you can see, they're no longer just fellows, they're full stack software engineers, and you might be wondering what's coming next for them. First, they're going to sign off from this call and they're going to have a week of rest. And they're going to be coming back in a week and they're going to be beginning their capstone projects, continuing to build an even more advanced and rigorous independent project to add to their portfolio. And for all of the new faces and familiar faces, we really urge you to stay involved with not just Marcy Lab School, but with these young people. Particularly if you are currently working at an organization that can benefit from the talent of these incredible leaders, please do make sure to reach out to us. And there are so many other ways that you can stay involved with us too, whether that's by hosting a mock interview and helping them prepare for their job seeking process, being a mentor and sharing your career experience, or using your network to help amplify our mission and connect these young people to the incredible opportunities that they deserve. Please contact Travis Fox, who joined us earlier. His email is displayed here, but we'll also send it out with a round of thank yous. And most of all, team, just wanted to open the floor for a huge round of applause for our young people who have been working so hard this year. A huge thank you to our fellowship team. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Motun, Laura, Anna, Zoe, Itzel, Carmen, Gonzalo, for all of the work that you've poured in. Our incredible supporters. We could not be here without you. And then all of you who joined us today and who are here for the first time. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon with that team. So proud of you all. Fellows, have an incredible week of rest. Staff, hope you have a beautiful 3 to 4 day weekend. Cannot wait to see you all on the other side. And thank you so much, Marcy Lab family, here with us and who joined us today. Have a wonderful Friday.